Hey, thanks for tuning in today. This episode is probably more for the ladies and the blokes, but it might relate to you as well. It was interesting. I was listening to the Diary of a CEO conversation where he had Cody Sanchez, Alex Hormonzi, and Daniel Priestley on the episode. Just this trio of unbelievable entrepreneurs. And I love it. Daniel is from Australia. And a lot of my friends actually have done his KPI, Key Person of Influence program when he was in Australia. Yeah, a lot of close friends actually know Daniel really well. I recommend listening to that if you're interested in starting your own business. So many different perspectives on how to do it. Probably my favorite example from the episode is when Stephen Bartlett, the host, said to each of them, hey, if I gave you either $1,000, $10,000 or $100,000, what would you do with the money to start your business? What was interesting in all of their responses is they didn't need any capital at all to start. It was basically about selling things in advance, validating it, leveraging relationships, arbitraging ideas. So that is very encouraging for anyone, is that there really is no excuse. So highly recommend listen. I'll put a link to that in the show notes. The other interesting thing I want to share is that Cody Sanchez shared a study where women who wear makeup actually get paid more. Interesting. And so I was looking up the study. I found it. It's called Gender and the Returns of Attractiveness by Jacqueline S. Wong and Andrew M. Penner. And it was used data from a longitudinal study of over 14,000 US adults. Researchers looked at interviewer ratings of both attractiveness and grooming, including makeup, hair, and style, and connected those to income. So the key findings were that attractive people earn roughly 20% more than those for average looks. For women, that advantage comes almost entirely from being well-groomed, not necessarily naturally attractive. Grooming accounts for nearly the entire beauty premium for women. For men, grooming contributes about half of the attractiveness premium. Natural attractiveness still matters more. And I found another academic breakdown which spelled out the actual median outcomes from grooming and attractiveness groups. So if you're unattractive but you're well-groomed, the median earning is $37,000. If you're average looking but average grooming, $24,000. And if you're attractive but poorly groomed, $22,000. So the good news is, even if you aren't conventionally attractive, if you are just well groomed, you can actually experience a sizable bump in pay. I guess there's so many different thoughts that come out of this is like, do you play the game? For me, the reason I'm bringing it up is because last Friday I spoke at an event, and usually before I do speeches, like at big events, this one had over 350 people, and I actually got my videographer in to film it. So usually with events like this, I will bring in a makeup artist who will do my hair and makeup. But because I had to be at the venue by 7:30, I had to get traffic and everything else. I was like, I can't really do this. And so what I did is I went to Mecca and I booked in for $150. It's like a makeup school lesson. It's like 90 minutes and then you get to redeem that on product. Now, the unfortunate thing is when I booked it, I didn't realize I actually had stuff on, because basically what the makeup school is, she'll do half of your face. So she'll do your eyes and then you have a go at doing your eyes as well. So it's really about learning with application. Pun intended, because you're applying it after she does each part. So you're kind of reinforcing what you've learned. But because I didn't really have time to sit there for 90 minutes, I asked her, hey, is it okay if I record all of this? And she was totally fine with that. I don't know if every makeup artist there is. I was very lucky with her. And so I just, obviously put my phone down to film the whole thing. And it's about, if I cut things out, it's about 45 minutes. So it's like my own makeup tutorial, which is brilliant. And I ended up spending quite a bit more than the reimbursement, but that's okay because it's actually been a while since I've updated all my makeup. And it's funny how, like, when I bought makeup last time at that type of levels, probably I would say 2020. And of course, like, I think your face changes, your style changes, what's in changes, the products, some of those change in terms of colors. Anyway, the reason I did that is not because of that start, but I do think, we're living in a world where, as much as we don't think we make judgments on certain things, we are human. We haven't evolved so much that these things don't actually matter. I actually like this study because it's not about natural attractiveness, it's what you can do with it. And that's why, like, on an earlier episode, I shared that I work with Kate Massey, who's a stylist, every now and then, just for some tips. Makeup is really helpful, just working with the pros. I'm definitely not the expert in this, and that I can't really bring together an outfit and make it look amazing. I've got a friend, Jade, who's been on the show previously, and she's just so good at bringing things together that just looks so styling. And also with makeup, I don't have the time to watch YouTube videos and invest and find out what the best product is. So I'd rather just pay the money, go to see an expert and get that stuff sorted. Where do you sit on this? What do you think of that statistic? Let me know. Thanks so much, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.